What if I'm a veteran? Can I get away with 0% down for 30 years?
Absolutely. That's the beauty part of a VA loan. And it's one way to thank you for your service that they offer is no money down, no mortgage insurance either. Even if you're not a veteran, if your income is under a certain level and you don't have to even be a first time home buyer to do this, there are some loan programs, like, for instance, the USDA loan program that does not require down payment. That's for any age. There are some income limitations on it, some geographic limitations on it, but that's another loan too that a senior may be able to get financing on that doesn't require down payment at all.
What if I'm a senior and we determine that I cannot afford to buy a house? My son or daughter could buy a house for me. Is that considered a second home for them or an investment property?
Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac would allow a child to buy a home for their parents if their parents are not able to work. It would be considered technically a primary residence, even though it's the kid that's buying the house on behalf of their parents. But if the parents are not able to work, not able to get income, and couldn't do a home on their own, the child can buy it
With as little as what?
5% down.
Is there a benefit to purchasing a house rather than renting a house?
The market that we're in right now, I think inflation is rising faster than what the income is going up on Social Security. So a lot of seniors are on a fixed income and understand that. I mean, each year when you get your Social Security awards letter, you'll probably see an increase. And I think I read maybe this coming year it's going to be 3.2% increase on Social Security. However, we all know that inflation is rising more than 3.2%. Rent right now that we see in our area is going up as quickly as inflation is on a loaf of bread. It's rising quickly as well. But when you buy a home, that payment, it is what it is. It's not going to change. The only thing that would make that payment change are three things: either your property taxes or your homeowner's insurance go up or down, and it may change a little bit, but it's not going to change drastically at one time. Right now, if you were to buy a home now, keep in mind your payment most likely is going to improve in the not too distant future when rates come down because you can always refinance the rate. The beauty part of owning a home versus renting is you know what your payment is, and you know that probably what you're looking at now is going to improve because you're going to be able to refinance at a later point. To me, that's the beauty part of owning a home, because rent, and I think maybe you can answer this too, Monica, but what I've noticed, it seems like rent is going up over the last 12 months, right?
Right. And oftentimes it can be more than a house payment.
A lot more. And then, of course, when you own a home, it's your home. You can do to it whatever you want to do to it. And I think we all know there's benefits in that of not having to ask a landlord to do certain things to the home, but it's your home, so you can make it your own. But definitely rent or definitely owning a home is going to be better. The other thing I would throw out there too, because I did talk about rates. Rates will come down, but the one thing that's not coming down, that's home values. I think you have to look at that because I have been asked a lot this year is, would I not be better off to wait until rates come down to buy? And the answer is no. Yes, rates will come down, but home values are continuously going up at about 5% a year on average in our area. So, I mean, if you're looking at a $300,000 home right now, that same home 12 months from now, it's going to easily be 315 to 320. You would be better off to buy 300,000 now at a higher rate. When rates come down, you still have that sales price of 300, but now you can refinance the rate, get a better payment versus waiting down the road, buying a $320,000 home at a lower rate. You're better off buying now while you can get a house at a lower price. I think a lot of people, especially seniors, may remember definitely 2006 to 2008 when there was a mortgage and house crisis and values were greatly inflated. This is not what we're dealing with right now in this market. It is not the same. Then there were prices that were inflated. Right now, there's such as it's just supply and demand. It's basic economics that we're seeing right now, and there's very limited supply of homes for sale, but a big demand for homes. So the prices will continue to go up.